Hey future LPTs, I'm teacher Racquel and this is our board licensure examination for professional teacher review 2025 series. So in this project, each of us will walk you through different topics to help you review smarter and prepare better. So I will be covering the topic contemporary popular emergent literature. So sit back, take notes, and let's get you to one step closer to that license. So I prepared 10 questions for our review series that you need also to take to have an answer for that. So now let's get started. So for question number one, which of the following is characteristic of contemporary literature? A. Uses code switching between elevated literary language and lower forms, between high art and low art. B. Revolt against the conservative values of realism. C. Set of culture tendencies and array of associated cultural movements. Letter D. Affirms to create, improve, and reshape their environment with aid of practiced knowledge. Again, number one, which of the following is a characteristic of contemporary literature? A. Uses code switching between elevated literary language and lower forms, between high art and low art. B. A revolt against the conservative values of realism. C. Set of culture tendency in an array of associated cultural movement. D. Affirms to create, improve, and reshape their environment with aid of practice knowledge. So I'll be giving you 10 seconds to answer that. Alright. The correct answer is letter A. Uses code switching between elevated literary language and lower forms, between high art and low art. It's because contemporary literature often blur boundaries between formal and informal language, between traditional and popular culture. So code switching is a common. So why the letter B, C, and D is incorrect because the explanation for letter B is refers more to modernism, not specifically in contemporary. In letter C, it's vague and lends more toward defining postmodernism as a philosophy. And lastly, letter D, it is incorrect because it's described more of sociological of civic function, not a literary feature. Next question for number two. What is the artistic intention of an author who aims to broaden the reader's understanding of life? What is the artistic intention of an author who aims to broaden the reader's understanding of life? A. Formulaic fiction. B. Escapes fiction. C. Literary fiction. D. Commercial fiction. Again, letter A. Formulaic fiction. B. Escapist fiction. Letter C. Literary fiction. Letter D. Commercial fiction. The correct answer for number 2 is literary fiction. Letter C. So in literary fiction, it seeks to explore deepen truths about human experience and provoke critical thinking aligned with the goal of expanding a reader's understanding of life. So for letter A and D, why it is incorrect, it's because letter A and D are predictable and follow commercial patterns. That's why it is incorrect. Next question. For number three, For your research paper, you are required to find a contemporary writer whose work contains elements of magical realism and feature vividly female character. Which of the following authors is the most appropriate for the content of your research? Again, for your research paper, you are required to find a contemporary writer whose work contains elements of magical realism and feature vivid female characters. Which of the following authors is the most appropriate for the content of your research? A. Margaret Atwood, B. Isabel Allendale, B. Isabel Allende, letter C. David Mitchell, letter D. Haruki Murakami. Again, letter A. Margaret Atwood, B. Isabel Allende, letter C. David Mitchell, letter D. Haruki Murakami. Okay, for correct answer for number three is letter B, Isabel Allende. Isabel Allende is a key figure in magical realism and often center her narratives on strong, vividly drawn female protagonists, especially in novels like The House of the Spirit. So, the incorrect letters are A, C, and D. In A, it focuses more on speculative dystopias with feminist critique. In C and D, it includes magical elements, but this is unknown or they are not known for a strong focus for female leads. So next question. Let's proceed to next question. For number four, in the context of Philippines, which of the following best describes emergent literature? So in number four again, in the context of Philippines, which of the following best describes emergent literature? Letter A. Works written in English by post-war authors. B. Texts that emphasize nationalism and anti-colonial sentiments. C. Popular novels written for commercial success and adapted into films. D. Literary works written by young or marginalized voices often published online or independent platforms. For the correct answer for number four, it's letter A. D, rather. Literary works written by young or marginalized voices often published online or in independent platform. It's because emergent literature refers to new and diverse voices, particularly from the youth or marginalized sectors often found in online spaces like Wattpad or InDesigns. Why it's incorrect for letter A? It's because this is modern writers from 1940s to 1960s. It is all part of the literary mainstream, not emergent voices. In letter B, texts that emphasizes nationalism and anti-colonial sentiments, it is incorrect it because it refers to revolutionary literary from the Spanish and early American period, not in the contemporary or emergent. For letter C, it is incorrect. It's because this is more popular literature that aim at mass appeal, not into the necessarily written by marginalized or new writers. For question number five, in the postmodern style, many contemporary writers recognize literary works as part of a continuous historical tradition. What themes or motifs in contemporary literature are being discussed in this context? So for letter A, history and memory. B. Technology. C. Identity. And letter D. Intertextuality. So for correct answer for number 5, it's letter D, intertextuality. It's because it's the hallmark of postmodernism where text reference or echo others, acknowledging their place within an ongoing cultural dialogue. So for letter A, it is more related, but intertextuality directly addresses that the idea of literature being in conservation in the past. And B is the technology. It is incorrect because this is a contemporary themes, especially in this utopia or speculative fiction, but it's relate more to how literature responded to the modernism or advances that have a not idea they don't have an idea reference and in the Aztecs. In letter C, it's identity. This is a common theme in contemporary literature that an example for gender, race, or culture, but it is centered on self and social construct. Next, question for number 6. As a student in the modern technological world, you tend to accept common sense and popular values as a basis for social conformity, rather than seeking high ideals of beauty. Which author writes books that reflect this kind of perspective? A. A.C.S. Lewis, B. John Hersey, C. Tim O'Brien, and letter D. Francis X. Alarcon. Alright, for the correct answer is letter A. It's C.S. Lewis. The correct answer is letter A. C.S. Lewis is because it's also known for work like the Chronicles of Narnia and the Evolution of Man, which challenge modern materialism and blind acceptance of popular culture, advocating for moral reasoning and traditional values in modern technology and shifting moral standards. So the incorrect letters are B, C, and D. For letter B, John Hersey is focuses on war reporting and journalistic storytelling, the popular values or modern conformity. For letter C, Tim O'Brien writes about Vietnam War experience like the things they carried, exploring memory, truth, trauma. Not particularly, it not focuses on modern pop culture or values. For letter D, Francis X. Alarcon, it's the poet of Chicano, known for the themes of identity, culture, and social justice. So for question number 7, which genre of popular literature is widely read by contemporary audience? Again, which genre of popular literature is widely read by contemporary audience? A. Fantasy, B. Detective story, C. Horror, D. Fictional story. So for the correct answer for number 7, it's letter B. Why detective story is correct answer for number 7? It's because detective story or mystery and crime fiction remain consistently popular among contemporary readers due to their suspenseful plots, logical problem solving, and psychological intrigue. Its author like Agatha Christie, this many detectives novel are adapted into film. So the incorrect letters are A, C, and D. For letter A, why it is incorrect, it's although fantasy is hugely popular, it often appeals more to specific age groups, example the readers. It may not have the same cross generation sustained appeal as detective fiction. So for letter C, horror is the horror is a niche genre while it has a strong fan basis. For letter D, fictional story, it's too generic and all the genres listed are fiction. These choices lack of clarity and specificity. For the next question, for the number 8, which of the following Filipino writers is most well known for including magical realism and strong female protagonists in their works? A. Jose Garcia Villa, B. Luwal Hati Bautista, C. Nick Joaquin, and letter D. Carlos Palanca. So for the correct answer, letter B, letter C rather, Nick Joaquin. Nick Joaquin is correct answer for number 8 is because the summer solstice and other works mix myth, magic, and historical imagination, often highlighting strong women like Doña Lupe. So for letter B is known for realism and political commentary. Letter A focuses on poetry and modernist style. And letter D is not a writer but a literary award sponsor. So for question number 9, which element of contemporary literature focuses on addressing pressing social or political issue as a central theme? A. Genre, form, and composition. B. Narrators and point of view. C. Conclusion. And D. Thematic characteristic. So for the correct answer for number 9, it's letter D. Thematic characteristic. And thematic characteristics of contemporary literature often involve social justice, identity, gender, and political engagement, such as reflecting the urgent issue of modern life. So letter A is incorrect. It's because refers to the structure and style of a text. B, its focuses from the elements on who is telling the story. For example, from first, third, and second point of view and how the story affects the reader understanding. So for letter C, its conclusion, it refers to the ending or resolution of a literary work. So for the last question, for number 10, what is the distinct feature of popular literature that sets it apart from high or canonical literature? A. It uses archaic language and complex structures. B. It is written primarily for literary critics and scholars. C. It is widely consumed by general readers and focuses on entertaining relatability. And D. It is focused on preserving traditional culture and rituals. So for the correct answer, it's letter C. It is widely consumed by general readers and focuses on entertainment and relatability. It's because popular literature is meant to entertain and easily understood, making it appealing to wide audience. So for letter A and B, it is incorrect it because it referred for canonical or academic works. And for letter D, it is incorrect because it refers more to cultural, ethnographic writing. Alright, that concludes our board licensure examination for professional teacher review for today. Thank you for your active participation and focus. Remember, preparation is the key to confidence. Keep reviewing, stay consistent, and believe in your ability to succeed. Good luck on your exam. We know you make it. See you in the next session.